In this lesson, we're going to factor a binomial by grouping. So how do I factor out a binomial? Remember, a binomial has two terms. And so this is just another method that we haven't talked about in which we can factor. Notice how in my expression 2x times x plus 4 minus 3 times x plus 4, that we have this x plus 4 in common. So we're going to factor out that x plus 4. So I'm going to take x plus 4, and then we're going to look at what are we multiplying this first part right here, and we were multiplying that x plus 4 times a 2x, and then what were we multiplying this part over here by the x plus 4, and that was the minus 3. And so in this case, now I have this, I factored out that binomial. All right, let's take a look at the next one. I have 3y squared times y minus 2 plus 5 times y minus 2. So let's go ahead and take a look and which of these binomials do I have in common, and it's the y minus 2. So we're going to factor that out, and I'm going to have a y minus 2. And now, looking here, what did I multiply that y minus 2 by? Well, I had a 3y squared. And then what did I multiply this one by? And it was a positive 5, so I'm going to have plus 5. All right, so how do I factor out a binomial by grouping first? Factor out a binomial by grouping first. So when we have the grouping first, we can do this method when we have 4 terms. So, and what we're going to do is we're going to group these. I'm going to group this right here, and I'm going to group this one right here. All right, now we have to do it to the other side here. So I have 5x plus 15. Well, let's see, what can go into 5x that can also go into 15, and we know that that's going to be 5. So I have plus 5 times x plus 3. And just make sure that, so 5 times x, I do get my 5x, and my 5 times 3, I do get my 15. So now you might notice that we have these two binomials, the x plus 3, in common. So we're going to factor that out. So I'm going to take my x plus 3, and we're going to factor that out. So I have the x plus 3, and now we're going to then have our x squared plus 5. All right, so we've now factored out that binomial. All right, so let's take a look at our next one. We have y squared plus yx plus x. All right, so again, we're going to then factor this by grouping. So I'm going to group these two together. All right, and now I'm going to factor out our first one. I'm going to factor out a y. A y can go into y squared, and it can go into y. And then I'll be left with y. And then we need a placeholder here because y times 1 would give us that y. So just make sure that this equals this whole part right here. All right, so look at our second part, and we have then what can go into yx plus x, and then we'd be factoring out an x. So here I'll have my y, because x times y would give us that yx, and then plus 1 would give us that x again. So you can kind of distribute there and make sure that it makes the expression above. All right, so now we're looking for common binomials here. So notice how we have these y plus 1 is common. So I'm going to factor that out, and I'm going to get a y plus 1 times, and then so we've got this y, and we have this x that have multiplied each one of those. So our factored form then is y plus 1 times y plus x. All right, so number 3, we have x to the third minus 6 plus 2x minus 3x squared. All right, notice how this one is not in descending order. We need to put this in descending order before we can factor it. So I'm going to have, I've got my x to the third, and then I'm going to take my minus, I'm going to take this one next, minus 3x squared, and then I need to have my x, I'm going to have plus 2x, and then I'll have my minus 6. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's see if we can factor anything out of these. So I'm going to group them. All right, so taking a look at our first one, we've got then I can factor out an x squared because x squared now times x, that'll give us this x to the third. And then x squared minus 3, so then x squared times negative 3 is going to give us this negative 3x squared. All right, let's look at our next side. And now what number can go into 2x that can go into negative 6? And so we can factor out a 2, and then I'm going to have an x minus 3. All right, so now notice we've got these two binomials, and so we're going to take these two binomials here, and we're going to factor one out. So I'm going to take my x minus 3. All right, so we factor that out, and then I have this x squared plus 2. All right, and then now that one's in factored. All right, so we take a look at this next one, and this next one is in descending order, so we don't have to reorder this one. And so I'm going to then, we're going to group these, so I'll group this 2 right here and these 2 right here. And now let's factor out the binomial. So I'm going to have an x squared times x plus 1. And now I've got this negative 4x minus 4. So we need to take out that negative 4. And I'm going to have an x and then plus 1 there too. All right, so now we've got these common binomials here. So I'm going to take that out and factor it, x plus 1. And now I'm going to have my x squared minus 4. All right, so we're not quite done with this one quite yet, because notice this x squared minus 4. Well, that can be factored even further. Remember one of the earlier lessons that we had learned when you've got this squared and then a perfect square, that what you'd have, we're going to have our x plus 1, but remember that this right here makes up an x minus 2 and an x plus 2. So just as a kind of a reminder of what this looked like, this was the x squared, and then I'd have my plus 2x, and then that minus 2x, and then this minus 4. And remember that these two had canceled out, and so that was one of the patterns we had mentioned earlier that we should be watching for. So here's our solution right here. All right, so how do I solve an equation by grouping first? So let's take a look at the first one. We have x to the third plus 4x squared minus 4x minus 16 is equal to 0. So let's start by grouping. I'm going to group these, and I'm going to group these right here. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's factor out in each group. So what can I factor out of an x third that I could factor out of a 4x squared? And I can factor out an x squared, and then that's going to be times x, and then plus 4. And just make sure that this equals this part right up here. All right, so now I've got the minus 4x minus 16. So we're going to factor out the negative 4. And when we do that, we get an x, and then negative 16 divided by negative 4. That's going to give us a positive 4, and now that's equal to 0. So let's factor out our binomial. We're going to factor these two out, and I'm left with x plus 4. All right, and then now we have an x minus 4 is equal to 0. I'm sorry, we'd have an x squared, so we took that from here. So now notice how we're not quite done factoring, that this x squared minus 4 can be factored into x minus 2 and x plus 2. So let's finish up, I'm going to have plus 4, and I'm going to have my x minus 2, and I'm going to have my x plus 2, and now that's equal to 0. So now we have x plus 4 is equal to 0, I have x minus 2 is equal to 0, and I have x plus 2 is equal to 0. And we just need to solve them. So I'm going to minus, and I'll get x is equal to negative 4. X is also going to be equal to positive 2, and x is going to be equal to negative 2. All right, so these are all our solutions to this equation. All right, so I have negative 4p to the third plus 5 is equal to 5p squared minus 4p. All right, so first of all, we have to set, have this equal to 0. So I'm going to move some things from side to side. Now, one of the things I want to point out is that I've got this negative 4p squared, and the lead coefficient there, I would want that to be a positive. And it's not that we can't do it the other way, but it's just easier to factor out that positive.